Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all in today's session of English language. So, are you all ready to learn something new? Today, we will learn about simple past tense. Here, I will tell you what is simple past tense and how to form verbs in simple past tense. So, let's begin. The simple past tense is used to talk about actions that happened at a certain time in the past. That means it tells us about the actions that started in the past and finished also in past time only. Rule for forming simple past tense. Subject plus second form of verb plus the object. For example, the cat ran after the mouse. The cat ran, that means it is not running right now. This action has finished in the time gone by. Ran is the second form of verb run. Let me show you some more examples of simple past tense. Rohan washed his car yesterday. The party started at 3 o'clock. Lena ate pizza yesterday. In all these sentences, second form of verb is used and it is clear that these actions took place in the past time. Moving on to the be forms now. The being verbs was and were are the forms of the verb be in the past tense. For singulars, I, he, she, and it, we use was, and for plurals, we, you, they, we use were as the be form. These examples will clear your doubts about using be forms in simple past. I was unwell yesterday. She was at the bus stop in the morning. They were in the pool in the evening. Here you can see that with singular subjects we have used was and with plural subject we have used were as the be forms. How to form past tense? Now let me tell you about how to form past tense. Most verbs form their past by adding d or ed. For example, work becomes worked, bake becomes baked, love becomes loved. Some examples of adding d and ed are Ria hanged a birdhouse on the tree. John danced in the party. Meera loved cooking. You can see in the verbs like hanged, danced, and loved that we have added ed to the main verb to convert them into past tense. As dance and loved are the verbs that end with e, we only add d to them. Verbs that end in y drop the y and add ied. For example, cry becomes cried, fry becomes fried, dry becomes dried, and try becomes tried. Now here are some examples of IED added verb forms. Mother dried the clothes in the sunlight. The policeman identified the thief. My brother carried a heavy bag. Here you can see that in the verbs like dried, identified, and carried, we have dropped the y and added ied. Some verbs change their form completely to form past tense. They are also called as irregular verbs. Now let me go through a long list to make it more clear to you all. See becomes saw, wake becomes woke, win becomes won, write becomes wrote, wear becomes wore, keep becomes kept. Likewise, think becomes thought, speak becomes spoke, understand becomes understood, hold becomes held, run becomes ran, come becomes came, sell becomes sold, sleep becomes slept, teach becomes taught. Moving on, go becomes went, take becomes took, do or does becomes did, sing becomes sang, meet becomes met, give becomes gave, find becomes found, fall becomes fell, know becomes knew. Feel becomes felt, blow becomes blew, tell becomes told, hide becomes hid, swim becomes swam, bring becomes brought, eat becomes ate, catch becomes caught, and buy becomes bought. I hope I have covered almost all the irregular verbs over here. Now, here we have some examples to make your concept clear about irregular verbs. She sang a song yesterday. I ran fast in the race and came first. Here we can see that the words like sang, ran, and came change their forms completely to get converted into simple past. You made a sandcastle on the beach. Mummy drove the car carefully. The kids drank the juice. The verbs like made, drove, and drank are also the examples of irregular verbs shown in the sentence. I hope this chapter helped you how to describe your time gone by. Thank you.